Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm your host Ramses, and today a very special guest is a businessman who loves playing golf. Welcome, Mr. Takayanagi.
Okay.
Yeah. So can you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do?
Okay. My name is Shigeru Takayanagi. Then I'm already 7 years old. I've been working for Toyota Motor for over 42 years. Then I retired company in 2019, 2 years ago. Then now I'm doing some consultancy business and basically I'm enjoying my retirement life in Jakarta.
Nice, nice. So you previously worked for Toyota, right?
Correct.
Correct. So how did you get into this business?
Well, the Japan has a very unique recruiting systems.
Yeah.
All the graduates in the college and universities to join the companies or corporation at the same time. So when I was seniors, I was looking for my job. Then I applied a couple of companies. Then one of those Toyota, because at that time, when I was young, I loved cars, and particularly I love driving cars.
Yeah.
So maybe the Toyota might be okay for me. Then I was serious, because I'm a youngster. Then I applied. But in Japan, so you cannot choose your job in the companies. Just joining companies. Then
Okay.
company decide which division I'm gonna work, right? Then first I when I Toyota, my first work is legal. I was working at the legal department in the area of the intellectual property rights, and I had an opportunity to work in a law firm in Washington D.C. because a company that sent me to law firm as a trainee. So I study antitrust and fair trade and the licensing, contract, and those things. But the good thing was, I was living in Virginia, so that is the my starting point of the golf career. Because the
Okay.
Virginia, basically nothing to do in the weekend. I
In
just went to the
America.
golf course and hit the balls.
Yeah, yeah. Virginia in the USA, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
next to the Washington D.C.
Yeah. I see. So, what do you think are like some similarities between golf and business?
Well, I would say I was thinking because you're gonna ask me that questions, and
Uh-huh.
I think the biggest similarity is to yourself.
Sorry?
You have to make the decision by
Oh,
yourself.
okay.
Okay, so golf games and business. First, you have to make a plan. How to aim the greens because for example, the par four, you cannot hit the driver to the green. So you need to locate your ball, the good place for aiming the green as a second shot. So those, the making plan first. of course, you have to analyze the circumstances, the situations, wins, and also, those days, your body conditions, and also your scores and everything. Then you chose the location and try to hit the ball over there. Then everything, what you're doing is analyzing situations and make the decision by yourself. Of course, implementation is not necessarily be always correct because technique is swing techniques and hitting ball technique is required. So you have to train your technique, but at the same time you have to learn management by yourself. So is make the decisions. So that is the most things I think the similarity between the business and golf. Because business, you always research and analyze situations and get informations. So from the various information, you probably make the decisions and do it. But sometimes you fail. Sometimes well done. So nobody knows, but you try. Try keep trying. Do things better.
Yeah, yeah. So
Mm.
when you fail, like, do you ever get sort of upset or angry? And if you do, like, how do you
Yeah,
deal with
that
it on the inside? You know?
no. Psychologically, if you fail, you're probably very upset, and you wanted to shout the four-letter words, right? But that is a little bit difference between golf and business. Golf, you have to always, uh, stay calm. Don't upset. Then forget about the past and focus on the next shot. But business, you have to learn from your failures because you analyze what is the cause of the problems, why you fail it. Then you learn. Then you must improve for the next steps. But golf game, maybe you better not think so seriously what you did and why you failed those things. Because maybe golf game better focus on the next shot. That is not a similarity, opposite. It's a
Yeah, yeah,
difference,
yeah,
I
yeah,
think.
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So you're saying that with golf, just don't focus on the mistake that you did before. Just focus on the next shots.
Correct, correct.
But then business, you have to learn
Yeah,
from it to not make the same mistake again, right?
correct, correct.
Right.
Because the business is not finished within 18 holes.
Yeah.
Keep going. And the other difference I realize is, golf game always your opponent is always yourself. You are fighting against
Uh,
you.
yeah.
The golf sports is different. Compared to soccer, footballs, and basketball, baseballs. You don't have an opponent party. You play by yourself. So probably your enemy, your opponent is yourself. But business is always you have a partners. So one of the important things for the business is human relationship buildings. But the golf game, of course, indirectly, if you are becoming a very good players and probably become close to the professional, you need some human relations because you have to work with technical coach and trainers and caddies and some other peoples, right? maybe supporting staff. So you need to make some teamwork. But amateur level, probably maybe play yourself. But
Mm.
the business, always you have a partners and teams. Particularly if you join some big company, you have to work as a team. But the golf
Yeah.
game is not a team play, particularly the low levels. No?
I see. I see. I see. Okay. Okay.
Hmm.
Um, what would you say are the values that you need as a businessman to be able to succeed?
You know, this is not this is a very one of the famous professor in the U.S. said, there's basically three elements, very important elements for the businessmen. Number one is a conceptual skill. Number two, technical skill. Number three, human relation skills. Okay. Then, if you join an organization, there's juniors and a top management. Then, when you are junior, this technical skill is very important. Then, conceptual skill is not so important because you are not the decision makers. But if you go up to the top level, top management, maybe top management, most important thing is conceptual skill. And technical skill, they don't need so much because they have a subordinate.
What do you mean by conceptual skill?
Conceptual is, make decide the directions or set up the objective. Because organizations, someone have to decide which way we go. For example, companies increase sales, but the profit same, or same sales, increase profit. Which way we go? Direction, there are usually only three way: up, same, down, right, straight, left. So those are the conceptual things. So which way we go, you have to make the decisions as
Okay.
a leaders.
Yeah.
Then once the top management decide directions, then subordinate will follow. This is a kind of the teamwork. But the
Mm,
third element, human relation skills. This is, commonly either top management or junior. Everyone need it for the business because business always, human relation is most important
yeah.
because by yourself, maybe you can do not much. For business, humans and humans working together, then making big business. So relation is most important. And also, if you join a big company, you have to work as
Team.
one of the gear of the
Mm,
teams.
okay. Yeah. So without you, then the whole other team will not function correctly. Is it?
Right.
Right. Right. Uh, what are some life lessons that you've learned from business or golf?
Life what?
Life lessons.
Life lessons.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well,
Has it taught you anything? Like, for example, me, golf taught me patience.
the most learning from the from my friends, colleagues, business partners, from other peoples,
Yeah.
because of course, this is learning, not school learning. If you do something working together with someone, maybe you discuss then listen to someone's opinions. Then sometimes you are very shocked and realize, oh, I never thought that way. Those things, making yourself learning. So working with various kind of people is a good opportunity to learn or realize what you didn't know, you haven't known. Then maybe you should know. Because if you do everything by yourself, you cannot learn. Of course, if you fail something, you analyze the cause of the problem. Maybe you can find out what was the problem, what was the cause, and then maybe you can learn something. But before you fail, discussing, exchanging idea, that makes you more learning.
Yeah.
Because each one of the person has a different values.
Right.
Particularly working in overseas. Japan is very unique countries, very unified.
Yeah.
Japan,
Yeah. Yeah.
almost
Yeah.
all people are the Japanese, same race, same religions, same language.
Yeah.
But working overseas, or working with Indonesians, Malaysians, Singaporeans, each people are different thought, different ideas, different practice.
So you just say like so a lot of Japanese people are similar, like because like the way they think and
Of,
stuff, or
of course, the not completely same, but
yeah.
there are many similarities compared to other nations.
Mm. Thing is because I think Japan is always very organized with everything, right, and very
Because it's very
orderly.
easy. Population-wise, only 100 million plus. Then the race is same, and we are carrying the same history, same traditions, same religion almost. So very basic tradition is same. But if you go to US, there's many kinds of peoples. There are many foreigners coming to the US. So the different values, different opinions, different practices.
Mm. Okay. Okay. Um, do you have any Do you have any advice on for young people looking to start their own business?
Yeah, well, there's pros and cons, because young people can be more aggressive
Okay.
than seniors. But, in order to do the business, you have to have knowledge
Yeah.
and technique. And as I said, human relations. Particularly in the business in Asia, this third one, the connections, is very important. For example,
Connection.
maybe when you start your business, you have to make some research or, need information. For example, if you want to sell some product, you have to define your target customers, profile, what is their demand. Those things you ought to know. But how to get this information? For example,
Okay.
and usually young guys say, because I have experience on this discussion in the Toyota. Always junior guys say, hey, we need a budget in order to do some research, marketing research. Then I ask, how did you do? Well, we need to ask the research companies, conducting some internet surveys or, direct interview. Then the budget is so huge. Then I said, how come you can trust research companies? Why you can say the research company's report is always telling truth? There's no guarantees. Because if the research is always correct. Why the people fail the business?
Ah,
Nobody lost the money. Everyone
yeah,
can make money, right? So this is just a reference. But the business, the most important thing is how to get correct informations, most reliable informations. Then sometimes word of mouth is more important.
Did you say something? You cut off at the end just now. I think I lagged or something.
Like,
Lag,
oh,
like
yeah.
Wi-Fi, Wi-Fi problem. So you
Oh,
froze. So did you say something just now at the end?
oh, I see. Well, I just talking about, the informations.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Uh,
Okay.
so business, how to get the information is one of the key factor of success. Then I would say human relation is very important because those are the source of your informations. If you have many friends, many acquaintances, maybe you can get more informations. Then you have to decide which way go. If you look at only single research data, maybe you will fail,
Okay.
right?
Yeah. I think that would be it for today. I want to thank you, Mr. Takayanagi,